Hello, this is Mrs. Freilich. Welcome to Week 2 Timeline and Recitation. For Week 2, you're going to add another timeline date to the first one that we've already learned. Please repeat these dates after an adult, or repeat them to yourself several times a day. We learn by memorizing, and we memorize by repetition. The first date, 476 CE or AD, Western Roman Empire collapsed. Here's our next date. 534 CE or AD, Justinian the Great sponsored his law code for Byzantine Empire. Next week, we will learn 543 CE or AD, India's golden age ended with Gupta dynasty. As you can see, these numbers are underlined, 534, and then we flip it, 543. That will be a good mind trick for you to remember the dates. Let's recite the first two one more time. I'm going to choose to say AD. 476 AD, Western Roman Empire collapsed. 534 AD, Justinian the Great sponsored his law code for Byzantine Empire. So we learned about the Western Roman Empire's collapse last week, and now we're moving on to the east, where the Byzantine Empire is. So Justinian the Great, he took a lot of laws that were confusing for the Roman citizens, and he hired people to simplify them and organize them into a book that everyone can easily understand. This book was called the Corpus of Civil Law, or as we call it, the Justinian Code. This book is the basis for many Western civilization laws. So our laws today come from this book. Corpus comes from which language? I'll give you a hint. It's a language that we all learn. At ACE anyway. That's right, it comes from Latin. And what does it mean? Corpus, it sounds like corpse. So it means body, like a corpse. A really interesting fact about the Justinian Code is that it is the first to mention that someone is innocent until proven guilty, which is one of my favorite laws. Under Justinian's direction, they were able to make laws that were fair for everyone. They contemplated the needs of all people, which is very good because I believe that all people should be included when writing the laws. Countries still refer to Justinian's Code when creating fair laws for their own countries. We're going to keep the same recitation this week as we have done with week 1. So we're still on Don't Quit by Edgar Guest, and Grammar A is going to recite their portion at the end of the year program. Please recite all the portions that lead up to yours. And then once you have found the last slide with your level labeled in the corner, then you're done. So Grammar A only has one slide because Grammar A is only listed on one slide. Grammar B will have 2 slides. They will do the Grammar A slide and the Grammar B slide. Grammar C will have 3 slides, Grammar A, Grammar B, Grammar C. So once you reach the last slide that has your level in the upper right-hand corner, or maybe it's flipped for you since this is a video, the upper corner, then go ahead and stop reciting. You do not need to recite all the way to the rhetoric section. I believe that this poem is very good for us to learn this first month because we're experiencing a lot of hard things and we don't want you to quit. We want you to keep trying no matter what. Don't give up. We will get it eventually. It will work out. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and debts are high, and you want to smile but have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a fellow turns about when he might have won if he'd stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow, you might succeed with another blow. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup, and he learned too late when the night slipped down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit. Have a great week too.